Hello everybody, this is James from Jamros Electronics Solutions. I have got a VW Crafter and it has got an engine management light that is on. So I thought I should maybe take you through the diagnosis of this problem, and let's see what we have. So if we go to system selection, I'll go straight to the engine. Don't know if I can zoom. So if I go to read DTCs, there is a DTC. I can bring it close to your attention here. Okay. P2463. You can ignore the last two zeros. It doesn't matter. P2463. Particulate filter restriction, soot accumulation, bank 1. Okay. So this is the problem that we have. So I will take you inside the van and show you. I'll run the engine and then I'll show you the engine management light that is on. Now we are inside the car, the van. Sorry, I have started. There is the engine running. Okay, so we have the engine management light that is on, and you can see as well that the glow plug light is flashing. Okay, now I will take you back to the diagnostic machine. Before we do the tests, I'll take you back to the diagnostic machine and then we'll go through live data together. So now we have live data. I've selected live data for you, and I'm gonna look at data that has got to do with with the particulate filter. So particulate filter ash load limit 327.6 grams, and then particulate filter oil ash mass, we have 79.5 grams. I'm not quite sure between the two, because if that was the limit, I'm wondering why the light is on with that. If someone knows, if you can let me know, because this is interesting to me. But if anybody has got an idea, please let me know, because I thought this was lower than that, but yet the light is on. You'll not delete the light. It's that code stays there. Let me look. Right, I don't know if there is anything about particulate filter pressure, center particulate filter differential pressure raw value, that is 10 hectopascals, which to me sounds like it should be okay, because if a BMW 1 Series takes up to 50 and this one is 10, I just don't know why we have an issue here. So this data, this particular data, to be honest with you, it is a bit of confusing to me. But anyway, I'll do the voltage tests so that we can establish, what the voltage is for that pressure sensor, and then maybe we can add some fuel to this thing and then regenerate it. But for now, I'll take my voltmeter, and then with the engine running like this, I'll take my voltmeter and then I'll check the signal wire and see what equivalent in terms of voltage we have to these pressures that we are reading here. So I'm at the sensor here, And oh, sorry for the movement of the camera there, guys. We have pin 1, that's the pink and blue. Pin 2, it's brown and the red line. And then pin 3 is blue and white. So I'll start with pin 1. I always do this. If you do this, and you can notice I'm testing this sensor disconnected. Okay, I always want to find, so there's our voltage there, 5 volts. Okay, this is disconnected, mind you. I'll go to pin 2, still disconnected. I'll go to pin 2, we are still disconnected. And we have got 0 volts. So I'll go to pin 3, which is our last pin. This is our last pin. We've got 5 volts, 5.7 volts. Do you see that? This is when it becomes interesting to technicians. I get these questions a lot. Why do I have 2 5-volt references? You know, and it's a legitimate question. I get that. That's why I always say disconnect the sensor first. This gives you an understanding, even if you don't have a wiring diagram. The 5-volt reference will remain if you connect, because we're going to test this sensor again when the sensor is now connected. So I can say to you, the 0-volt wire was a ground wire. But these 2 5-volts that you see, one is a reference voltage, the other one is a signal wire. And the ECU sends 5 volts because it's constantly watching this wire. It will send 5 volts along that wire. So the moment you open it or disconnect it, it will read to the ECU. The ECU knows that there's an open on that signal wire. That's a legitimate question because you're taught powers and grounds. And then you have got a sensor that is connected, and then you are getting, 2 5-volts. So usually people jump to conclusion when this happens. Then they'll be asking me, do I have a short to power? And I'm saying, no, you don't. He said, but why do I have 2 5-volt references? I think we should have a code here. Let me go on the diagnostic machine and see. Oh, sorry. Let me see if we can, if we have a code. Come on, go back. Let's see if we have a code. I may have maybe, right. Particulate filter pressure sensor A circuit. See that? Straight away we have a code because it's seeing 5 volts. Unfortunately, this I don't. This that's where you need to pay money to buy a good scan tool. This scan tool, I like it. It's quick, but I don't think it gives me the voltage. I don't think it will give me the voltage for that signal wire. Let's see. Particulate soot. Where DPFs? Where is that? Sorry to take a bit of time here. I just wanted to show you if DPF current measurement, DPF charging. Where is your pressure? Oh, come on. If this could show us the voltage, this was going to be sweet. Let me take my time here, guys. Allow me, please. DPF suit, statistic regeneration, maximum temperature. Where is the voltage? Signal wire. Desired injection. Yeah, well. Yep, right. So on pin 1, sorry, pin 3. So I'll connect this and go back. and turn the ignition key on, and then we check these again. So this was 5.7, because if it is the signal wire, it will drop. Okay, if it's the signal wire, you'll see it by dropping. Then hence it answers your question, why do we have two 5-volt reference? So if this is the signal wire, it will drop, but if it is the 5-volt reference, it will stay there, and then we'll go to the other one that was 5-volt, which is pin 1. Look at that. You see, we now have a volt on a wire that had 5 volts. Okay, this is done for diagnostic purposes. This is a monitoring system for the ECU. It watches these sensors because they are this wire, especially the signal wire. It is that's why it's not shared with anything. It is watched all the time. So the ECU is throwing 5 volts in there to show that there's an open. So inside the ECU, it shows high. All right. So this is the I'll go to the other 5-volt just to show you. Let me go to the other 5-volt so that you can see what I mean. The other 5-volt should stay up there. See, I'm on pin 1 now. It's 5-volt. So I think I've answered this question because I get it a lot. So now we'll go back to our signal wire and run. Go back to our signal wire and then run this engine and see what voltage we have. So guys, this is our signal wire, and it's showing us 1 volt, which to me is nothing wrong with this. I might need to do a bit of research, but I don't see anything wrong with this. That is not evidence of this vehicle has this. Oh dear, I was gonna say to you, this is not evidence of a clogged DPF. That's why I was telling you that the statistics that we were getting on the live data that we were reading was confusing me, because this is good, but I think this vehicle has been sitting for a long time. It's over a year now. It's been parked, and yes, we started here and there, and I think there are deposits now at the face of the DPF, so it might need just a light regeneration, and I think everything else should go. If so, this voltage signifies the pressure that is in the DPF, and I have no issues with this.